a few great wrestling shows featuring legends coming up soon. Quite a few pieces of exciting wrestling stuff going on. Firstly, as I sit here, Sunday the 6th of October, we are just 14 days away from WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart being right here in Dundee, Scotland. Sunday, October 20th, Bonner Hall with Scottish Wrestling Entertainment. Bret Hart will be here. Bret the Hitman Hart is one of the most famous names, of course, in pro wrestling. One of the absolute guys that you would say definitely, without shadow of a doubt, deserves his place in the WWE Hall of Fame. They are literally getting down to the last few remaining tickets, and I mean really few tickets. They're still available, I believe, at sweonline.co.uk/shop. You can follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/sweonline. And it's really fantastic that they're having Bret Hart coming over. Things are really getting heated up in that company, both in and out of the ring, especially online in the last few days, in regards to the management of the company, how the company's been run, the matches that are getting made. It's really the company is in a really heated situation right now. They have two shows before Bret Hart show on the 20th, which is this coming Friday the 11th at the Minas Hill Community Centre, and then the 18th of October, also a Friday, at the Curtin Community Centre. Those last remaining tickets for the Bret Hart show on Sunday, October 20th, will also be on sale if they last. At these two shows, to be honest, I can't see them lasting very, very long. They're literally down to the last few remaining tickets for that one. Really looking forward to meeting Bret Hart against such a legend pro wrestling. Also coming to the UK, another three legends: Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Sean Waltman. They're doing three shows in the UK, I've mentioned it before. Glasgow, November 19th. Manchester, November 20th, and London on November 21st. Venues have not been announced yet for the Manchester and London shows. I do know that the Glasgow show will be taking place at the Kerrydale Suite at Parkhead, aka really name is Celtic Park, home of Celtic Football Club. You can get your tickets for that one at just £30. That's just £10 a legend, at ministryofislam.com/UK takeover, and I would suggest getting your tickets now. Once the venues are starting to be announced, the tickets will go very fast. Now, apparently, very quick comment as well, because I really need to say this, and I think this is ridiculous. One of the Ministry of Islam, one of the Ministry of Islam fans, one of the members of the MOS Army, put up on their Facebook page that a couple of people have told them that they're not willing to go to the Glasgow show because of where it is. Now, firstly, I understand football, or as a lot of the world call it, soccer, allegiances. I'm a Dundee United fan. I know all about allegiances in football, because, for those who may not know, the city of Dundee has the two closest professional football teams in the entire world. They are literally across a narrow road from each other. When people say a stone's throw away, the stone wouldn't even get near to landing if you threw a stone from one stadium to another before it hits the opposite stadium. Though I wouldn't suggest, I would say not, don't do it, don't throw the stone up, of course, but just a figure of, saying. But some people, a couple of people told her they're not willing to go because of where it is. They either need to grow up or grow up here. At the end of the day, it's a football club. It's not like they've gone out and done despicable acts in the community, or done despicable acts worldwide or so. At the end of the day, it's a football club. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. If they don't want to go because of where it is, they will end up regretting it. If they don't want to go meet Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Sean Waltman, uh, and not go to that show because of where it is, they'll just end up regretting it afterwards, after the show, or after all the tickets have been sold for that event. They'll end up regretting it. But you know what? Tough luck on them if they do end up regretting it. It's not like a wrestling show. It's an adult only, so you've got to be 18 years old or older to go to it. It's a tell-all show, question and answer show. Sean Waltman did reply to a tweet that I did mentioning his name, saying I was looking forward to the show, and Sean Waltman replied saying that they were willing to answer any questions that the UK fans will have. I'm really looking forward to this one. I have followed Kevin Nash and Scott Hall's career before they made the big time in the WWE, when they were in WCW originally, as likes of Oz, Vinny Vegas, and of course the Diamond Stud when it comes to Scott Hall. I cannot wait to meet these guys and hear some of the stories on of their careers and of their lives. Again, tickets for that one just £30. ministryofslam.com/UK takeover. If you really genuinely don't want to go because of where it is, you'll regret it. And to be honest, I have no sympathy if people decide not to go because it's at Celtic Park at the Kerrydale Suite. I have no sympathy. My uncle is actually involved in Dundee United Football Club, and I am more than willing to go to some place like Parkhead. I know my brother's looking forward to it because he's a Celtic fan, but I'm I'm willing to go there, more than willing to go there, because at the end of the day, it's a football club. As I said, it's not a despicable organisation that has done lots of absolute horrible acts in public. So that some really good things coming up. Also, very quickly, I've been really enjoying this. It's Goldberg, the Ultimate Collection. Got it earlier this week from www.dvd.co.uk. It's as it says, collection of Goldberg matches, no talking heads, just a narrator. You can see some of the matches listed. Obviously, Goldberg. If you didn't watch WCW or weren't around in those days, you might not understand how much of a phenomenon that Bill Goldberg was. Whether it was a Nitro, a Thunder, or a pay-per-view like Super Brawl, Uncensored, Halloween Havoc, or even a Starrcade, Goldberg was one of the most popular athletes in WCW, so fans would chant his name from the beginning of the show to the end and beyond, years before they were fandangoing it. Obviously, Goldberg take some of his biggest matches, obviously his title win against Hulk Hogan, and other matches, including of course his debut against Hugh Morris, now known as Bill DeMott, the Barbarian, Scott Hall, Kurt Hennig, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, the Giant, now the Big Show, I said Kevin Nash, Sid Vicious, Scott Steiner, Chronic, Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell. Of course, disc 2 for the Blu-rays is the WWE days when he takes on the likes of The Rock, Christian, Chris Jericho, Triple H, Mark Henry, Batista, Shawn Michaels and Brock Lesnar. There are 5 Blu-ray exclusive matches. The World Title Battle Royal at Road Wild, featuring the NWO Black and White and the NWO Wolfpack. Goldberg v Bam Bam Bigelow, Goldberg v Sting, Goldberg versus Bret Hart, that infamous Starrcade match where he accidentally ended Bret Hart's career, and Goldberg versus Shawn Michaels, October 2003. Obviously, Goldberg, of course, is on WWE 2K14 as well. He's a playable character in that. I was going to do a review of that, but I'm going to postpone that until the middle of next week, because on Monday, UK time of 8 PM on twitch.tv, 2K Games is doing a look at the new Creation Suite. That's where, of course, you can create your wrestlers, possibly arenas, etc. I'm waiting to see what they have in that Creation Suite before I do a roundup preview of W2K14 and what exactly they have in the game. I do know though that they do have King of the Ring in Universe mode, and one of the championships on the game is their NXT Championship. We learned that at their last live stream last Monday. So I'm going to look at W2K14. It's going to be more of a roundup what we know so far, and I look forward to the game in the middle of next week. A lot of great things happening, a lot of great guests coming up in the UK, in Scotland over the next few weeks. Again, I'm really looking forward to meeting the likes of Bret Hart, then Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sean Waltman, seeing these live wrestling shows as well. A lot of wrestling shown going on. And also, very, very quickly, last point, Wwe Battleground. It's tonight, Sky Sports 3. A lot of the media, a lot of the websites, etc., have been saying that it is on Sky Box Office. That's not true. It is on Sky Sports. Check your EPGs, your electronic programming guide. Whiz ahead to 1 a.m. tonight, and you will see Wwe Battleground is on Sky Sports 3 beginning at 1 a.m. A lot going on, of course, a lot as usual, a lot of things going on in the UK wrestling, and I hope to bring you a more international wrestling roundup at the end of next week, because there have been several stories and several updates that have happened since the last time I did an international wrestling roundup, which has been quite some time now since I did one, and there have been several interesting stories. Actually, a couple of interesting international stories have been breaking just this afternoon as I speak. A couple of things have come up, and I will do a roundup of a lot of wrestling next week.